Episode 726.
Wow, it's orange gear.
Everyone got another surge of excitement. For the average player, silver gear was something you just didn't get your hopes up for. Besides, that kind of thing doesn't drop from killing monsters. Orange gear is their ultimate pursuit. Orange gear was one of the rarest drops in glory, especially from wild bosses like these. Most players could only admire the gallery online. How could a monopolized wild boss's orange gear ever end up in the hands of an ordinary player? While everyone was still admiring the orange gear, guild leader Lord Grimm sent another message.
The orange gear is the result of everyone's hard work, so it belongs to the guild. I'll put it in the guild warehouse shortly. You can check the usage rules when you visit the guild warehouse.
Wow.
These newbie players from the Rising Star Guild didn't know much about things they hadn't encountered yet, like the guild's warehouse system. So at that moment, they were somewhat lost by Yi Shu's words. Only a few who weren't newcomers immediately grasped the meaning of his words, and excitement surged through them. Equipment placed in the guild warehouse means you can use it once you have enough contribution points. That was an orange gear. Even among veteran players, the vast majority never had the chance to own one. Stored in the guild warehouse, it wouldn't be anyone's personal property, but at least there'd always be a chance to use it. These veteran players couldn't wait to find out what contribution value would be set for this orange gear. Orange gear, it was bound to be steep. If gathering it takes too long, by then, levels might already be high. Using level 50 orange gear would mean the stats were already a bit low. Yet the very word orange in orange gear was a temptation in itself. For orange gear, sometimes players value its rarity more than its stats. Plenty of players strut around town with orange gear that doesn't even suit their class. From a professional standpoint, the orange gear dropped by the Blue Crystal Knight is actually quite good. The Flowing Earth Badge, level 50, beyond basic magic defense, it grants 22 points of stamina, 5 movement speed, 5 jump power, and a 5% increase to magic defense intensity. Clearly, this is an accessory suitable for any class. Magic defense, that's the baseline stat for any accessory, nothing worth discussing. But the other 4 bonuses, stamina, movement speed, jump power, and magic defense intensity, none of these are stats that any class would call useless. This cemented the Flow Badge's status as a common accessory. Seeing that it was an accessory like this, even Yi Shu secretly breathed a sigh of relief. The guild warehouse was just in need of a treasure like this to anchor it. If this had been an orange weapon, its value might have even surpassed that of the Flowing Earth Badge. But the problem is, a weapon usually only corresponds to 1 or 2 classes. That means only 4 to 8% of Happy Guild's players would be affected by this piece of equipment. But an orange gear that's usable by every class? That's a whole different story. Everyone wants it. That's its real value. Yi Shu calculated the results of the boss hunt while sending a message to Blue River.
Hey, let me take a look at your Blue Brook Guild's warehouse system, will you?
Blue River was watching a bunch of guild leaders rage in the group chat when Lord Grimm's message caught him off guard, and he couldn't help but feel a twinge of guilt.
Exploded into what?
Blue River couldn't help but ask anyway. Yi Shu sent over a Flow Guild badge.
Ha!
Blue River was genuinely taken aback. Looking at it from the guild warehouse's perspective, he immediately realized just how incredibly valuable this piece of equipment really was.
For sale?
Blue River followed up with the question.
You wish.
It suddenly hit Blue River that Yi Shu had just asked about the Blue Brook Guild's warehouse system. Clearly, he was planning to use this very equipment to set up Happy's own guild warehouse. Should he show it or not? Blue River was torn. It was at this moment that Yi Shu spoke.
Come on, what's there to hide in this crappy thing? Is there anyone in Blue Brook Guild who hasn't seen it? I just don't feel like copying it again. Just send it to me directly.
You have a mole in our Blue Creek Guild?
If I had a mole, why would I ask you for it?
Yi Shu silently questioned Blue River's intelligence. Blue River breathed a sigh of relief, but then figured there really was no need to hide it. So he sent Yi Shu a copy of their Blue Brook Guild's warehouse system. Yi Shu quickly scanned the key details, adjusted the contribution tiers to fit Happy's situation, and promptly pasted them into Happy's guild warehouse system. Soon, Ye Shu received a message from Blue River.
Senior, could you please swap out the guild name? I appreciate the trouble.
Guild name?
You're holding our guild's charter. The guild name's right there. Don't you think it's time for a change? Like swapping it for Happy Guild or something.
Blue River was grinding his teeth to dust. Lord Grimm had barely changed the system before he posted a guild announcement. Happy's players went to check it out and immediately spotted the words Blue Brook Guild scattered throughout the new rules, and that intel was quickly fed back by the spies inside Blue Brook Guild. Blue River really wanted to just bang his head against a wall and be done with it.
Oh, so that's how it is. My bad.
Yi Shu felt a wave of embarrassment. He really hadn't noticed that the Blue Brook Guild's warehouse system actually included the words Blue Brook Guild.
Come on, send another one.
Yi Shu sent a message to Blue River.
Again.
Already deleted the last one.
Use it and delete it. That's just burning your bridges. Blue River really didn't want to hand it over. But what if this guy shamelessly kept hanging a warehouse system that was identical to Blue Brook Guild's in every way except the contribution tier? Blue River wasn't afraid of being shamed for copying, but he definitely didn't want anyone copying Blue Brook Guild. Blue River had no choice but to pull up their guild warehouse system document again. Then it hit him. This guy would just swap out Blue Brook Guild for Happy Guild, and anyone looking at it would instantly know it was a copy of Blue Brook's work. Blue River really didn't want to get stuck with this guy. Gritting his teeth, he opened the document, made some quick edits, and then, under Yi Shu's relentless prodding, sent it back.
Hey, this one seems different.
I made a few changes.
Blue River said.
Not bad. Way better than the last one. You're quite cultured. Who wrote that last one? So damn wordy, all that blathering on and on, even a web novelist wouldn't pad their word count like that.
That one I wrote too.
Oh, you really are cultured. Interested in joining Happy Guild? Our leadership team is sorely lacking cultured people.
Blue River fell silent, then slammed the chat window shut.